Frustrated Emfuleni residents demanding answers over the unattended potholes and uncollected waste in that area. Now, for some context, Newzroom Afrika actually visited the community about 3 weeks ago, and residents there say their situation has in fact gotten worse since. However, the municipality says it's been struggling with revenue collection for some time now, but I wonder how valid this reason is. Let's bring in Kingsol Chabalala, who's the DA's Emfuleni North constituency head. Kingston, thanks for your patience and thanks very much indeed for agreeing to speak to us. You know, part of the statement that the Emfuleni municipality has referred us to is them explaining essentially that they haven't been able to keep up with waste collection because they're pleading poverty. They haven't been able to collect revenue. But at the same time, in that same statement, we're hearing that they're spending between 400,000 and 800,000 rand on overtime. It's difficult to reconcile these two things.
It is very quite difficult to reconcile the two, because as the day we are saying to them, why would you pay overtime if you are not collecting refuse? And the amount that according to the MEC that they are paying on overtime, on average, they are paying 810,000 rand a month. It means the monies could be more. And in the over the last 5 years, they've paid about 40 million rand, which is quite surprising that they are paying so much money. Yet even within the normal time, the Emfuleni municipality does not collect the refuse.
Yeah, but in my mind, it should be easy to track where this money is going. You know how many people you're employed, you know how many vacancies there are, and if people are being paid overtime, surely they should be able to point at what they've done. Why is there a complexity in ascertaining those things?
They have basically done nothing. Emfuleni continues to limp from one disaster to another. Because we believe as the DA, as we are going to probe this matter further and refer this matter to the public protector, we believe that there are people who are fraudulently claiming overtime without working overtime, because weeks and weeks passes without the municipality collecting refuse in Emfuleni, yet people are claiming overtime. Every second street basically in Emfuleni, there are heaps and piles of rubbish. So where are these people working when they claim overtime?
For the record, we've reached out to the Emfuleni municipality. We're told the mayor has other commitments today. Fair enough, but it does leave a lot of questions unanswered. What they've also said in response to a series of questions we've said to them is that there's a program to try patch the really concerning potholes that are riddled all over the community as well. They say this program was introduced after the municipality was placed on in section 139B of the Constitution. That's essentially saying that the provincial government has taken over because the municipality itself can't do the work. Have you seen the fruits of this program?
There is nothing. Even with the administrators that have been placed in Emfuleni, the situation in Emfuleni is dire. The situation continues to move from bad to worse. Even with those administrators, the situation is still not changing in Emfuleni. Basically, what the ANC has done in Emfuleni is to collapse that municipality. They cannot render services. Our roads are riddled with potholes. There's sewer spillages everywhere. Basically, services are non-existent.
But what kind of accountability can actually then take place in a context where things seemingly have fallen apart? I mean, as a DA, what's your approach to this crisis?
You know, we will continue working very hard and exposing the shenanigans of the ANC. And hopefully the residents will realize that their situation will not change as long as the ANC is in power in Emfuleni. The only time the situation will change in Emfuleni is as if the ANC is not there. Because those people who are there, they are self-serving individuals. They do not care about the community. They are more concerned about serving their interest than serving the interest of the community.
Yeah. Part of what the municipality has also said is that they haven't been able to necessarily collect all the waste because, to put it simply, residents aren't paying for their services. They're putting this in part on COVID-19, but we know that this crisis stretches before the pandemic.
Okay, come again. I lost you there.
I was saying that the justification that the municipality has given is that some residents are unable to pay for services because they're struggling because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But we know that the issues in Emfuleni predate this pandemic.
Yes, the issues in Emfuleni predates the COVID-19. Even yesterday, there was a council sitting to suspend the CFO, after he wrote a letter to the Auditor General indicating.
Looks like we've lost our connection to Kingsol. Are you still there?
There is no accountability in Emfuleni. Even the provincial government is not helping, because people who have collapsed that municipality continue to work in that municipality.
There's also what they're calling an incentive scheme that they've introduced in Emfuleni. Essentially, this is to allow residents to pay 50% of their municipal bill. I wonder whether you reckon something like that would help?
I doubt, even if the residents can pay, the situation in Emfuleni will not change. As I indicated earlier, that as long as the ANC is in power in Emfuleni, nothing will change in Emfuleni. They continue to collapse that municipality. Those who are there continue to loot. We've raised issues with the MEC. The MEC is not doing anything. Even now, recently, we've learned that the Metsi employees over the past 4 years, they've claimed about almost 100 million in overtime. But in most cases, they always claim that they don't have petrol, they are using service providers, yet they're claiming overtime.
Sure. 203 vacant positions, we're also told, in the waste department. And again, that just compounds the issue, because how are you able to function when there are more than 200 posts that are yet to be filled? A lot of what you're pointing to is political change, and perhaps that's because of the position you currently hold. But help us understand what the way forward in the immediate future looks like in a context where we're still a couple of months from those elections.
We will continue working very hard and exposing. I think as the DA, we are going to submit a motion of no confidence against the government of the ANC and their coalition partners in Emfuleni to say enough is enough. I think they must be removed.